Nope, not that one.
A train reactor spin fire. The NFT analyzer. Diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your mint coins to tokens. He's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry to show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital
I told you. We're iterating here.
secrets of the blockchain with precision.
I kind of like this one. Give me that feedback. Let's see. What do you think? I dig it. It's not perfect, but I'm digging it. GM Gravity, you got your first, man. Glad to see you in here. Okay, I got to spot check a couple things real quick. Most importantly, streaming on a new destination today. So, yes, on Crypto Slam over on X, but also trying to stream over to a kind of new account here called SlamX Media. So I'm curious if any of you happen to be watching over there. Let me make sure it's even showing there. Let's see. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, cool. I see it. Check it out, guys. A fresh new home. So yeah, right now we're streaming in four places. SlamX Media, Crypto Slam, on my Huda account, and over on SlamX on YouTube. Basically got a monopoly here. You know, got to hack the system, got to do whatever it takes. Anyway, we've got a little assignment today. On top of, yes, diving into the market, which, man, there is kind of a lot going on. So on top of that, all right, that intro, I'm stuck on it. I like it. I also want to keep iterating. So, like, throughout the show, feel free, throw me ideas for a song style, some lyrics, whatever you got. And we're going to throw that into Suno and see if we can come up with maybe a new song, a new intro song. Hell, if you come up with a song that sticks, if you come up with the official theme song of Chain Reactor, you'll get a Crypto Slam whitelist. How about that? You can't beat that. That's the easiest whitelist you'll get. And trust me, I don't talk about that much on the show yet because there's a lot to talk about, and it's going to dominate. It'll dominate the show. It will dominate this cycle. But trust me, you're going to want that whitelist. So, hey, if you help build the winning song, you're getting that whitelist. Okay? Anyways, appreciate you guys joining. Make sure to share out the show if you don't mind. Wherever you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube, on X, wherever. Give it a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You dug it, okay. Good Gravity, that's cool. But yeah, make sure to share it out there. And again, subscribe on all these different platforms. I need to have like a little landing page for you guys just so you know where things are and what time. So that's coming. It's definitely coming. Also, just another heads up, and we get right to it. Crazy thunderstorm going on here right around Chicago. So the worst might be over, but if you lose me here, guys, stick around. I'll be right back as soon as power's back on. If it goes out, I'm guessing a couple minutes. So just a heads up about that. But yeah. Hey, good to see you, M1. And of course, Gravity, man. My brother. It's great to see you. All right, I need to share this out. You notice I have Bitcoin, or I guess just crypto in general, up on the screen here. Man, as I think about this show, it just makes sense that that's the best place to start. And like, man, as long as I've been in NFTs and even longer in crypto, I just come to the realization more and more and more, and this is obvious, but this is a me thing. I'm realizing how much of this all flows from Bitcoin. It is the most important asset in this ecosystem. Everything follows its lead, so to me it makes sense that I'm starting with Bitcoin and any news surrounding it. There's nothing more important. And in the past couple days, I've really been able to dial in to the Bitcoin ETFs and see their impact. And I'll say this, maybe in the short term is where I figured out their impact is not just in Bitcoin and in crypto, but very, very much in NFTs too. It is. Again, I think this is obvious, but you know when you know something, but then it clicks in a different way? That's what hit me here. Man, it all rides on Bitcoin, and the ETFs are so much more, so much more impactful than I thought. So I'm going to show you some charts. I did a little light TA. Again, kind of obvious stuff, but I did a little TA, and man, you see it. You see the market goes the way the ETFs go. So it's pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, give me a quick second to share this out. You get the theme song again for a second.
to spin fire. The NFT analyzer. Diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your coins to tokens. He's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry will show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision.
These lyrics.
Stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community.
Oh my God. I dig it. I dig the vibe. Those lyrics need a little work. All right, guys, let's get into it. Actually, I'll do that as background music kind of throughout. I do dig it. What's up, Eagle Eye? Good to see you, man. Welcome, sir, to the show. All right, right to Bitcoin, right to crypto, which has changed actually here in just the past few hours. The 24-hour chart, we were in the red, I think, when I checked this morning, but in the hour view, things were certainly looking like they were going to improve, and that's not holding up. Kind of curious why, as far as like any very recent news. Not aware. Like, have not done some digging there quite yet. But yeah, I mean, man, I am still hoping we're on this next leg up, and I still do think we are. But it's just a lot going on, I guess, in the market right now. Like I said before, everything, like literally everything, hinges on the Bitcoin ETFs. And the past couple days, Bitcoin kind of rocking, back in business. So check this out. The past 2 days, by the way, I'm going to drop a link to this because I was searching for like some kind of ETF chart for weeks. Finally found it. Hope you guys already did have it, but in case not, I'm going to drop this here. Shows all the major ETFs and their inflows, outflows. I guess it's basically positive or negative. So both Friday and yesterday, both positive across all ETFs. And of course, we saw that reflected in Bitcoin's price. And this chart really shows it too. But again, this is what really helped it click for me, right? So we got a chart that's mapping out the ETFs, the outflows, the inflows. Man, if I can zoom this in, actually, I can't tell you how absolutely perfectly this matches up with the Bitcoin price chart. Okay, like let's look, for example, April 30th, May 1st. But really, this whole range here, let's say April 23rd through May 1st. And let's see how close I can get this dialed in. We're going to go here specifically. April 30th, May 1st was when outflows really got deep. Really got deep. And it corresponds exactly right here. Again, if this is common sense and everybody's well aware, I kind of apologize, but I like stating the obvious things because it's good to do. It's useful. And then you see on the flip side, when ETFs went positive over the past few days, we're up. It's that simple. And then going back historically through this too, right? March 18th, 19th, I'd say that was our previous kind of major low. Exact same thing, right? The chart literally moves with the ETFs. The ETFs are now that powerful, guys. They are. It's wild, but, I think some of us, man, we were welcoming the day of mass adoption in that institutional money coming in. We wanted it, right? Because we believed in this. We wanted people to believe in what we believed in. At the same time, I think we all recognize that when that happens, we would be giving up some kind of power or control. Now, maybe that's a little naive, and it was probably mostly out of our hands to begin with. I mean, it was very much in the hands of whales and other big money that can manipulate markets. I mean, that's true. But I think it's reached a different level, a different degree now, where the ETFs literally control the price of Bitcoin. You know, good or bad, I don't know. Curious what you guys think, but it is what it is. And it's just good to be aware of that's how powerful the ETFs are. It's also why I think that if we do get this post-halving dump, which we've had, little bits of that, but those ETFs so powerful and already buying Bitcoin at this price, I think there's some kind of special cushion that we've never had before. They come swooping in. People now have all this access to buy Bitcoin, and they give us a cushion, again, that we didn't have before. I don't think we can dip the way we dipped before. I don't see it happening now with that much money and that many new buyers. I think cheap Bitcoin's super appealing right now. In a way, I kind of look at it like Blur. Like Blur, all this extra liquidity, to me in the whole bear market, it was just padding. It cushioned that fall. And I look at ETFs in a very, very similar way, guys. So, just good to be aware of. Again, if it's obvious, cool. It was to me a bit, but again, seeing it laid out like that, it helps. It helps to see it. It helps me understand just how powerful those are. And it is a different game now. It is. So I hope you guys saw this too. In fact, I think I tweeted this morning, but a great, great sign about how early we are, guys. Man. Okay, what school was this? OSU, Ohio State University. Chris Pan doing, what do they call it? What do they call their, yeah, he's their main speaker, I guess, maybe. And in his speech, he mentions Bitcoin. And man, if you didn't hear this, just prepare. Just prepare. If you wonder what young people think about Bitcoin and crypto in general, if you're clueless about that, this is your answer.
So I know this might feel polarizing, but I encourage you to keep an open mind right now.
No.
I see Bitcoin.
He even dropped the decentralized word right at the end. This is really embarrassing. Sounds like my kids, by the way. Guys, man, we are so early. Look at that. Look at the size of that. Look at that crowd and just mass boos. People don't like it. People don't get it, and they will. They will. I have no doubt they will. We're very early, guys. I mean, we're probably 10 years early still. Maybe more, honestly, maybe less. World events can accelerate anything and everything, and I think that's pretty likely too. But yeah, I thought, I'll be honest, even having kids is my barometer, and they think this is all cringe. Even my son, 17, just turned 17, he gets it, but also, still cringe. Maybe because dad's doing it. It's going to click for them eventually. I did think we were starting to win more people over. I thought Bitcoin had gotten maybe mainstream enough where at least people were like, oh, cool. Can't afford it, but cool. Nah, we're nowhere close. With that said, maybe, guys, maybe this is not the best place to be talking about Bitcoin. Wrong audience. Maybe doesn't read the room well. Yeah, maybe not the best speech ever. Apparently, in this guy's draft, he ended up taking his shirt off in the speech. That was something he was going to do, and he didn't. Yeah, maybe not the best speech. Again, wrong crowd. Point there again, guys. Incredibly early. Seeing stuff like that gets me really excited about crypto in general, but Bitcoin specifically. You know what? It gives me hope that I can still stack, that I can still get some bags here. I really hope. And that tells me I probably can. All right, another little bit of, I guess, crypto news. And we're not going to, this is 6 minutes long. We're not watching that, but TLDR here. Gary Gensler still on this crusade against crypto. Of course he is. It's his life mission at this point. But saying that it's an outsized piece of scams, frauds, and problems in the overall market, I would argue probably not true, guys. But, there's a war going on. We know this. This is nothing new. But there's no change in his mind. It's going to take a changing of the guard, and I think that's coming. And we know of people like Robinhood. They're fighting for us. Of course, they're fighting for themselves. Of course. But Robinhood fighting, Coinbase fighting, now Uniswap fighting. Man, we've got some heavy hitters on our side who get this. Clearly, they get this. They're building this. They're building this ecosystem and the tools we use. So, of course, they get it. I have been waiting for the day where they are more united and fighting together, and they're getting closer and closer to that. Individually, they're all fighting against the SEC. But again, there's definitely power in numbers here. And I like to see these guys pushing back, not folding, and demanding clarity. It's kind of that simple. That is what people are looking for. And there's no better example of just how muddy things are than the Wells notice that was issued to the Ethereum Foundation, calling ETH a security. Privately, mind you, privately. When publicly it had been called a commodity. That's what we're dealing with. And this is going to change. I believe that. All right, let's see who else is Assassin, my brother. Good morning, sir. Ooh. It's good to see you, man. Have I seen your card? No, could you want to drop me a link? You want to DM me? But no, and I'm curious. I'm curious what the hell that even is. So anyway, let's get to the NFT market. Again, quite a bit to talk about today. Let me see what we got for topics. Well, okay. I am curious from you guys if you're sensing, kind of like I am, maybe a move back to ETH NFTs. I'm feeling it. Not in a big way, right? But I'm feeling something. Kind of feeling it in Solana too. In my morning video over on Inside NFTs, I actually recorded a segment about that. And I ended up chopping it just for the sake of time. Also because I wanted to talk about it here. But I'm sensing a little something. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into the Bitcoin market. I realized we hadn't talked about runes in a bit. Maybe we just kind of glanced over them. But I do want to look at, I guess, the current state of Bitcoin runes. I'm bullish as ever on them, by the way. Even with prices down, with market caps down. Bullish as ever. Sniping on Bitcoin. Man, what a crazy... I hate to call it a problem. It's working as designed, but it does kind of suck. So sniping the mempool over on Bitcoin is just super rough. Super rough. So in general, we got to up our game with how we trade, or we need new tools built out, which there are starting to be that. Of course, we got to get into Blast and Fantasy Top, which is wild stuff. We've been talking about that a bit here. We got more to talk about. ApeDAO. We got some Choose Rich Nick to talk about too. Little art. Like I said, kind of a lot to talk about, and I was surprised by that this morning, but hey, glad to have some happenings. All right, so with crypto down, how is the NFT market looking? Excuse me. We're checking out the Forecast 500 NFT index, measuring the value of the cross-chain NFT markets. Down just 0.1%. We'll definitely take that. And I'll tell you what. Again, if you tune in, you know this already, which is awesome. I'm really glad people are starting to understand how these work. But I'll tell you what. If crypto prices are down 1%, 2%, whatever it is, and you're not seeing a similar kind of reduction here on the NFT side, right? Because this is measured in US dollar value. That tells me maybe floor prices are going up. They're offsetting those USD value losses in the native currency in their crypto. Higher floor prices offset it. So this is actually incredibly bullish to me when I see that. Pretty solid, guys. I like this. Sales yesterday, didn't like it. Nah, didn't care for it much, guys. Another maybe almost 2024 low. No, I guess not. I guess Saturday was lower, but another day under 20 mil. Just across the board, stats down. Sellers, buyers, transactions all down. Trade profits, man. We just cannot find our way in the positive here. It's been a week and a half. I mean, look at that. Here was our last day in the positive, April 23rd. Straight negatives ever since. And also not a problem, guys. Like I say, it's look, it's people looking for liquidity because they see plays elsewhere. There's times where taking a loss is actually super bullish, and I still think we're in that pattern here. I do. Opportunities everywhere. It's why, actually, when I hear people right now saying, what is it? Sell in May. What's the phrase here? Sell in May and walk away. Dude, makes no sense. In fact, we should peek at the charts for that. It doesn't really make sense. Okay, especially if you're talking crypto and Bitcoin. There are some Mays where, yes, it is a sell in May, walk away. But man, if you just operate off of that, you're losing almost across the board. NFTs, though, if you've been in the NFT market for a few cycles, you definitely feel that does kind of apply to us in NFTs, right? End of April, beginning of May, somewhere in this time frame, we usually, and this is each of the last 3 years, we kind of peter out. We do. I felt it. Without even looking at charts and numbers, we've all felt that. It just kind of fizzles out until you get to maybe midsummer, end of the summer. In the case of last year was super weird. We had that little spike over the summer, kind of around like right before the elementals mint, and then just dead till October, November, December. But the year before that, 2022, very much a similar thing. We died off in May. We didn't really come back at all that year until January of 2023, right? So 2022 died after the other side mint specifically. I remember that. I always say that was the period at the end of that statement of bull market, right? That was the end of it. 2021, exact same thing. End of April, beginning of May, NFT sales just fall off a cliff. Actually, I should be showing that on the charts right here. You can see it. Sales fall off a cliff, though. And in 2021, man, when we came back strong. And I sense a very similar thing this year. I think probably since late last year, this is what I was sensing for this cycle, this market, that we're going to see a very, very similar pattern to 2021. So yeah, while we're here, why don't we look at sales back then? I'm going to show you in May what happens. And again, if you've been here, you know this. Okay? So 2021, it was really kind of like end of March, beginning of April, where it really kind of fizzled out. One last hurrah here, which was, I believe, the Bored Ape mint, right? There was a lot of crazy stuff right around here, but Bored Apes, I think, were right here. And we had completely fizzled out until, man, the summer of NFTs. This was one of the wildest things I've ever seen and been a part of. This is where me and all my buddies were convinced we were going to be millionaires. All of us. We went on sites like, what was it called? They had these web apps that projected the value of your wallet. It was like wagme.io, something like that. Don't go to the site in case it's like a malicious site. But sites that would tell you the value of your market, all of us were millionaires on paper. And truthfully, every single NFT in our wallets was up big, like huge. Not an exaggeration, right? There was a lot less NFTs back then. And so with a whole rush of people coming in and a much smaller supply back then, everything was up. Everything in your wallet was 5x, 10x. It was wild. Man, if I knew then what I knew now, right? Crazy. Okay, getting to 2022, though, look at you see the pattern here? Kind of cooking at the beginning of the year. This was the other side mint and fall off a cliff here. So again, sell in May and walk away. That would have worked here in NFTs because 2022, a little life at the end of the year. But it really wasn't till, late December 2023 that we really started cooking again. And again, April-ish, May, we did have that spike again. This was the Elementals mint. That was massive. There was also something really big on Solana. If maybe that was SMB2, the Solana monkey business, like 2 or 3 or something like that. That cooked too. They had these like refundable tickets, and those counted as sales for a period of time until they were refunded. But anyway, after May, yes, fall off a cliff, other than this little spike here, and then dead till November. Well, look at the trajectory we're on already. Right? History seems to be repeating itself. So maybe a minute ago I said I didn't believe in that saying. Sell in May and walk away. Okay, when I look at crypto, plenty of years we have very good, I would say summers But NFTs, no, historically we don't. So maybe that does apply to NFTs. Yeah, I think I'm kind of buying that. I'll also say after the halving, things are different. And because of ETFs, things are different. I would say we are in uncharted territory, and I think you do not want to walk away during that. And also, guys, man, the best opportunities come from when the market is down. Sell in May and who is pushing that narrative, actually? Because, again, I see it all over my timeline. Who is pushing that narrative? You buy, you accumulate, you find the best deals when things are down. So, dude, do the opposite of what you hear out there. Sell in May and walk away. Let them do that. You stay right here. You stay put, guys. All right, let's see. Yeah, send me what you got, man. What runes you... Dude, there's a new Donald Trump rune. Holy cow. I mean, I knew... Everyone knew. This is obvious. I knew there'd be a Donald Trump rune, and I got to figure out what block it is. Okay, guys, every 70-ish or so blocks, I think that's correct, the rune etching process updates. You can start etching smaller names. So what's coming up here in about, I think, like 50 days? I can't remember the block number. I think I was measuring by days. So I think in about 50 or 40 days, you're going to be able to etch 12-character runes, which means someone's going to etch Donald J. Trump, right? So I'll show you runes when we get to there, but someone's going to etch that, and it's going to go ballistic. Someone's going to etch Joseph or Joe, whatever, R. Biden. I think Joseph R. Biden. Those are coming. Dude, every time we hit one of those blocks where the etching, you can start etching smaller names, new memes, new hot memeable runes are going to pop up. It's actually really bullish and really exciting for that ecosystem. Eagle, I agree, dude. I think we could fall to 50-ish. I'm not going to get into the TA stuff. I love it. I'm not great at it, but I love it. When I was looking, that's a level I would not be shocked to see. But yeah, I'm with you here. What up, DeYank? Mr. Two Cats? Hey, remind me, man, did you get an alive cat? You have an alive cat. Here's your PFP, I guess. So did you get a dead cat? Are you now an entangled cat? Which would be awesome. Mad Lads. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was then? When was Mad Lads? I thought that was 2022. Tell me when Mad Lads was. I cannot remember. And Assassin, no. You're going to have to DM it to me on X, I believe. Oh, hell yeah. Congrats, man. Mr. Entangled. Good job. Honestly, that's grail-worthy, having the pair of quantum cats, dead and alive. Whew. Very nice, man. All right, taking a look at just who's moving the market. I'm not going to shout all these out, just seeing if anything stands out. I'll tell you what does stand out is a couple Solana collections cooking. 2 in the top 5 here. Mad Lads, Solana Monkey Business. Love that. I mean, 3 collections in the top 10. Now, these 2, I do want to check on Magic Eden if they're getting more rewards, because that is a pattern we see, right? Those rewards do drive sales. Those diamond rewards, by the way. So definitely want to peek at that. But I got to show you, at least for now, Ethereum is your top blockchain, overtaking Bitcoin. And it's been this way really for a couple days. So Ethereum kind of rising, and again, I'm sensing it. I felt that. We absolutely see that in floor prices. For that, man, I either use WGMI.io. It's a pretty cool floor price site. But also, Magic Eden shows them too. So check this out. Check ETH floor prices. Look at that. Am I on 7 days? Yeah, let me get to the 1 day. But no, you know what? 7 days is a cool place to start. In the past week, all these guys up double digits. Bored Apes, 23%. Man, these are 16 ETH again. Wow. Zuki up 11, almost 12. Mutant Apes up 21%. D-God's up almost 60%, guys. Jeez. Anybody kicking themselves for not buying in? I'm not, because, man, I like Frank, but I'm not betting on his projects. I'm just not. I love it. I love the dude, and I love the art of his collections, but I'm not in. Okay, cool. Appreciate that, Marco. Okay, Assassin, let's take a peek. But again, man, ETH NFTs looking real nice. Check the 1 day as well. Ooh, dude, what is this? Hey, let's put this on the screen. Wait, can I put that on the screen or no? Wait a second. Hang on. Yeah, can I show this? Like, no sensitive info on that? I'm confused what that even is, man. Okay, hang on. Check this out, guys. Courtesy of our boy Assassin here. Okay, so you got a card, a Bybit card. What is this? Is this like a prepaid kind of crypto debit card? Yeah, what are we looking at here? It's pretty cool. But okay, but yeah, what stands out to me, guys, I hope you guys know who that is. I think most people watching here already know. But I think we got a picture there. Well, I know. It's my younger brother, Henry the Grape from the Cyberkongs. Anybody who's new and isn't aware already, I like to mention that because I talk about the Kongs a lot, and it's more of like a disclosure thing. Henry the Grape is my younger brother. I talk a lot about Cyberkongs here because I absolutely fucking love that project. We've been in there for years, very early, but full disclosure, guys. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool, man. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Did you get that as a Kong's reward? Like, did you just paste his picture on there to like cover up the sensitive info? Is that what that is? I'm assuming so, man. At first I thought that was printed on there, and now I'm looking and I'm an idiot. That's exactly what you did. But yeah, dude, super cool. Love it. Yeah, also loving these ETH prices. Again, like just sensing a little momentum shift, right? That's all. We want to be early. That's it. Sense it, be early. Try to recognize these things before everybody else. That's the game. Tell you who else saw this too. You guys know who I love in this space, right? You're going to cringe. Half of you are going to cringe here. Maybe all of you. I love Beanie. I do. I do. Can't hide it, won't hide it, don't care. But Beanie noticing this too. And I can tell you this for sure because I have video freaking proof that this was recorded in my video comments about ETH NFTs. But Beanie also saying the same thing that I'm feeling here. And we're seeing it in the numbers, right? Sales up 30%. Floor prices up. Crypto being down is offsetting it, right? But I think NFTs, ETH NFTs, those leading indicators were those X copy sales. And they were those massive CryptoPunk sales, those 3 alien punks. Man. 8-figure alien punk sales, 3 of them. Those are our leading indicator. I'll show you what I'm looking for next, though. I'll show you because there's something missing here still, and it's art. New, like brand new art. Right? I don't feel like we're ever in a proper bull market until we have new mints popping off, PFPs and all kinds of shitty stuff, right? Those got to be popping off, but also art. And I cannot remember, fam, the last time Art Blocks had a curated mint. Can you? Like, am I missing something, or has Art Blocks not had anything lately? Anything. So that's an indicator I'm looking for. Now, I wonder, do they have stuff lined up, ready to go for when they feel the market is turning around? I kind of think they do. To me, that makes sense. I don't know this for sure, but to me, it kind of makes sense. So the fact that there's no mints, I bet they got artists who are sitting on their works. They're going to fire these off, man. So that's an indicator for when we're truly back and for when the market's going to start to cook. I believe that, guys. And I'm also looking for indicators like Claire Silver. Talking about my bags here, by the way, because it's what I know. But Claire Silver's Corpo Real collection minted kind of in the bear. Well, okay, not quite the bear. It certainly minted when things were picked up earlier this year. But like NFTs, especially on ETH, hadn't. They were still pretty darn cool. That collection well under mint, but Claire Silver, just, man, you don't get bigger than that, really. When that collection's above mint, again, another indicator for me. So keep your eyes on specific ETH collections. And again, art. For whatever reason, art is what I'm dialed in on. Keep your eyes on it, guys. Also, heads up, anybody who has joined late-ish, Wasn't there at the start for the new intro. I want to let you guys know I'm asking for your help here. Okay, so you don't have to do this, but it'd be kind of cool. I am trying to make a theme song for the show, okay? I'll show you what I got right now. I'm going to just play it in the background while we're chatting. So I got a theme song, but we can do better. So if you guys throw me suggestions for a style of music and some words, some lyrics that should be in it, we're going to generate some AI songs live. Try to come up with a new theme song here for the show. And then if your song is like a banger and we use that for the show, you get a Crypto Slam whitelist. So just a heads up, throughout the show, just throw ideas here. We'll test it out. All right, quick peek at Solana. Sorry, I'm getting a little sidetrack here, but a quick peek at Solana. And like I mentioned, what's on the leaderboard on Crypto Slam? Well, are they there because of the diamond rewards? And I kind of think so. So Solana Monkey Business and Mad Lads, do they have? Yeah, they do. Look at that. They've got bonus diamonds. Okay, so maybe there's some legit collecting going on over there, but maybe that's a bit more farming. Could be. Good to watch, guys. I mean, again, like you may be aware of this already. If not, when you are looking at what's moving on the charts, just know that when things move, there is always a reason for them to move. Whether it's just pure collecting or a project announced something, they've got new news, they're building something, maybe they're launching a token, but it could just be that there's a platform rewarding it. And that happens a lot. Between Tensor and this, on Solana, people really do farm that stuff. Quick peek at base. Just cause I want it to do so well and it's just not. Yeah, really low sales volume. I mean, geez, we still haven't cracked $1 million a day. We haven't. But now home to sweet, sweet Bitcoin, guys. Man, Blob's cooking again. That epic rune. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave that up so long. That epic rune that Blob is releasing is maybe going to be a big deal. So they got this epic named rune coming. And I think it's coming really soon. And man, people just like whatever they're building. And I can't wrap my head around what they're building. They're being a little cryptic, right? But people like the guys. I think it's the team themselves. They are just reputable builders. And people are betting on them. Oh, I guess it also helps that there's the rewards on that too, right? Just noticed that. So yes, extra incentives to be trading blobs right now. On top of the rune coming. So yeah, that's kind of a cooker. With that said, my goodness, just looking in the volume column, it's pretty damn low. Holy cow. Yeah, we have fallen far from the like Runestone mania and the Prometheans mania, guys. Man, I'll tell you this. Somebody brought up a really good point here too. And I think about this quite a lot, to be honest. So this guy, Boiler, don't know him. I like him already, though. It's a solid point here. Almost none of these are low inscription numbers. Do you guys think the inscription number matters? If you're a Bitcoin, an ordinal collector, do you think those inscription numbers, the low ones, matter? I'm talking like the sub 10K, sub 20K even, and then even curious where you feel about sub 1K. Where does that actually matter? Like where does the serial number matter? And by serial, I mean actual inscription number. Casey Rodamore, right? He's inscribed, well, inscription number 0, the very first ever inscription. That matters. That matters a lot, man. And I would argue the first 100 or so matter, for sure. You start getting the first 1,000, maybe. But man, first 10K, fuck no. I don't think anybody's going to care about inscription number 7,000. Just arbitrarily, they're going to pay more for it because it's in the first 10,000? No. With that said, okay? With that said, they are priced a little higher than other collections, right? We can actually check, actually. Magic Eden, I believe, has a filter for that. I think, guys. Let's peek. At least I thought they did, guys. Yeah, I thought there was this. Oh, you know what? It's another marketplace. Might be like Ordi.io or one of those guys. What's up, Elijah? Let's see. Mall Street. Oh, yep. Yeah, they're cooking because of that, right? Although, man, I'm wondering, this is something I have to check. But I don't know why they're not showing up here. And I have seen them here before, so I wonder. Yeah, I wonder what's going on, why they're not here. Unless it's a lot of wash sales. That would make sense if so. And I did see them up here a few days ago at least. What is it called? Mall Street. Oops. Yeah, if that doesn't show, I'm just going to have somebody check. It absolutely was here before, though. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe something happened to that collection here. Definitely going to have someone peek. That should be way, way, way up on this leaderboard. Glad we checked. But yeah, guys, as far as inscription numbers, do they matter? How much do they matter? What point do they matter? I don't buy it. And hey, look, I'm going to kind of FUD our runestone bags, right? Our RSIC a little bit. Yeah, really good point. And you know what? This is more of that unit bias too. Like 7 Bitcoin is a lot of money, you know? So I guess, okay, perspective, that's putting it up there probably damn near the top 10. Okay, let me see if I can math here. No, I'm just grabbing a calculator. I cannot math. Okay. 7.6 Bitcoin is $480,000. So that would put Blob, in the top 10. That would put him right at number 7. Or excuse me, 8. And by the way, they are in here, just so you know. They're all rolled up into this general ordinals collection. On-chain, there's nothing that separates out these collections. So, projects can provide to us the actual inscription IDs, and then we can manually break them out into collections. So Node Monkeys did that. And any Bitcoin collection you see that's split off, they did that. They gave us those inscription IDs. But otherwise, everything else is all rolled up into here. Just so you know. Wasn't sure if I ever really explained that, so now you know. What's up, Lemon? Are you watching on the SlamX media? Just keep having babies here, man. Oh, get out of here. Rune X Unnamed. Is that the name of it? X Unnamed, or is it Rune X Unnamed? But very interesting. Good alfalfa, dude. Tasty. Tasty freaking alfalfa. Anyways. I'll say this. I'm going to move on from the inscription chat, right? But here's the deal. Okay. Leonidas, love the dude. I think he's awesome at stepping up the influencer game. Like, awesome. I like him. I am a big fan of runestones. I am a collector of them. I am a holder of RSIC. Or excuse me, of dog. With that said, I think at this point you guys have gotten his shtick, right? Very, very pumpy, very, very influencer-y. And he needs to be, and he should be. But with that said, in case you were not there with early Bitcoin ordinals, he was the guy driving the narrative of early inscriptions. He was the guy creating the 10K inscription club, the 100 inscription club, the 1000 edition inscription club. He was the one making those, what do we call them? Like, he was the one kind of making that metadata. He was creating that meta, that those numbers will matter. That didn't come from anybody else. That came from Leonidas. I think maybe Trevor too. But it's guys who had a very, very big incentive to make them matter because they have a bunch of them. Those guys bought early ordinals. Congrats to them, right? But because they have those early ordinals, they need to make a way. They need to, them talking like that about them brings up the value of their bags. It is what it is. And it's true. This is absolutely how it happened. And so, again, nothing wrong with that, but just knowing where that came from is kind of useful. It kind of is. So let me search if I can pull up inscription number 100. And I'm thinking if I'm on the right marketplace or platform right now, but where they actually give it. Yeah, okay. I'm I'm trying to remember what marketplace has like attributes on it. Like this would say sub 100. You know, something like that. You know what? Let's check Bitcoin shrooms. Okay, so do these say... Yeah, maybe they don't. Oh, okay, they do use it here, so sub 1K. Okay, and some of these I think are much earlier. I think some of these are in like sub... They're definitely sub 100. I think there's some of these that are sub like 10, I think. Anyway, these didn't exist. These kind of little rarity... attributes, they're not on chain. It was literally invented, and it was Leonidas pushing that narrative. Sub 1K, you got to get in the sub 1K club. Man, first 10K ordinals, first 10K inscriptions are going to be worth so much. Picture it. It's the first ever 10K collection on Bitcoin. Let's just invent that all those first 10K inscriptions are all tied together. They're not. It's fake, and it's fine. It's actually fine. I like it. But this is just a heads up that there is some... Is there a nice way to say this? Yeah, you get the point. There's some shenanigans, and it makes for fun. It makes for a narrative. I like it. Anyway, I'm glad to see you, Lemon. Dude, maybe we just leave the camera on 24/7. Maybe that's the way to do this. Okay, I won't talk about it here. I'll talk about it on another show, but I do think one of those other shows is going to have to get tweaked, or I don't know. It is a lot. So it might be changes coming, not to this show, all to benefit this show. What's up, Hulk? Great to see you, man. Yeah, okay. And all fake. All freaking fake. Oh my God, Lemon, that's the perfect way to put it. It's just like ENS. It's just like ENS. And again, it's great. It maybe reflects a healthy ecosystem. But for the most part, is there more value to some of these things? For the most part, no. So, man, why'd I get stuck on that tangent? Wow. I really got stuck there, huh? All right, we're going to get into runes here in a second. I do want to put this on your radar because I think it's a good cause. Honey badgers, I love them. I own a bunch, right? So got to say that first and foremost. But the founder lives in Brazil. Pretty devastating flooding going on down there. So the honey badgers team right now, they're selling honey badgers under... Let's see if they're still under the listing price here. But they're selling honey badgers right now for 0.015. And last I checked the floor, yeah, here we go. The badger floor is 0.02. So I don't know if they're going to hold them for a bit, how it's going to work, or if you're just instantly going to get an arbitrage here. Like as in buy it, go flip it right away. And there's usually volume in this collection too. So maybe a heads up. Maybe that is alpha. Again, not financial advice. But that is supporting a good cause because all of that money is going to the relief workers, right? Good cause, good team, good guys. With that said, I want to give the full picture here, okay? That's the team, they have a lot of badgers. So with these at 0.02, 0.025, their floor price, I am fully expecting these to pull back under 0.01. I am. That's where they lived. They pop over 0.01 from time to time and frequently enough, I guess. And ultimately, I think these are going to be like 0.1 plus, maybe 0.25. In the peak euphoric market, I see them there. But keep in mind the team, again, I think they have 1,000 of these, maybe more, like that they're holding. So keep that in mind. They can keep selling whenever they want. Just so maybe just a word of caution here. Again, I think good price clearly for right now and for a good cause. Yeah, Lemon. Yeah, right on, man. All right, let's get a little juice. Okay, some runes. I love them runes. I got a lot to get to, and I got like 10 minutes left because, guys, it's newsletter day. I don't know if you guys are subscribed or not, or if you even know, but Been writing a newsletter every week for the past 3 years. Last week or today, I don't know which, is the 3-year anniversary of that. It was my start in Web3 and working in Web3, and still at it every week. I'll drop a link to the newsletter here shortly so you guys can subscribe if you're not already. But here you go. Here was your top 3 as of a little bit ago. The Donald Trump rune. Said we'd come back to it. Here it is. Man, that thing cooking. And a buddy of mine messaged me this yesterday. Man, it didn't click. I didn't realize what he was talking about. He said the name of it and wrote like up whatever %, but I didn't realize it was a rune. And if he said it again, it just did not click for me. But proving, okay, guys, this is so giga bullish. Proving that, man, memes reigned supreme here. Now watch this token here. Watch it closely. Because if this thing starts gaining volume and gaining market cap and maybe even challenges Arsic and Doggo to the moon, man, we got a winner. That means not the Donald Trump one. I mean, yes, it'll be a winner if it flips those, but I mean, we got a winner of an ecosystem here with fungible tokens. We just need a meme to take off. And we haven't had it yet. It's cool. I love Dog. Hasn't taken off. It will. I think it will. I believe it will. But the Donald Trump taking off would be like all the confirmation we need to know this is it. It's coming. It's a big deal. Keep your eyes on the Donald Trump rune. Man. Kicking myself for not getting in there early. What can you do? What can you do? Anyway, yeah, we still... Oh, okay. I was going to say, we still have this issue with Arsic not being above Dog, even though market cap is higher. Well, it's not anymore. Dog reflipped Arsic, so we actually are ordered in the correct number at this point. Interesting. Runes Pups is up there. Decentralized at 5. Ah, fitting playing the Kong song here. But yeah, we're still waiting for Runes to cook, and that's still coming. Really sure of that. We'll get deeper in those when there's a little more price action or if we have some good alpha. Some good runes alpha. For now, just that quick overview works. Oh, dude, this is so sad. Talked about sniping, right? Bitcoin, mempool sniping, right? You go buy an ordinal on Bitcoin. There's a chance somebody steals it. Now, you don't lose your money. You might lose your transaction fee, but you don't lose your ordinal. Or excuse me, you don't lose your Bitcoin. You do lose your ordinal. Okay, we call it mempool sniping. What happens? You find a screaming deal on an ordinal. You buy it. You think you got it locked up, and you don't. Because there's some gangsters out there who know how to look at the mempool, and they can go copy your transaction, pay a little more transaction fee, and they get your ordinal. They're also paying. Again, you get your Bitcoin back, minus your fee. You don't get your ordinal that you wanted. And so our boy Loco, who not watching now, maybe watching now, but he's a friend of the show. He's in our fam. All right, he's pointing out this one right here in particular, a node monkey that somebody oopsied. That's probably hard to see. Let me see if I can make that bigger. But damn, this guy oopsied bad. Meant to list it at 0.4 Bitcoin, which is above the floor. He listed it at 0.04, right? And guys jumped on that like instantly. Just, man, dove right on top of that thing. Such a bummer, dude. And here's where it gets sad. Like, I feel for people in this space. And let's use this as a word of caution. Holy shit, slow down, guys. Like, man, slow down. There was no need to rush that and get it out there at all. But, and also, I get it. I've fat-fingered stuff, too. I've never fat-fingered actually gone through and listed. I've accidentally done it and caught it, but I get how it happens. I'm not shitting on the guy. But slow down, man, and just watch. Okay, so meant to list it at 0.4, listed it at 0.04, gone in an instant. But this is where it gets funny. Not his side. His side sucks. But again, somebody thought they sniped it. Somebody sniped it from him. Somebody sniped it from him. 6 times this thing was sniped, at least. Bitcoin's a very, very difficult ecosystem. It is. Magisat. Yeah, check this out. This marketplace, this site, this tool, this lets you buy things from the mempool. This is a way you can fight back. If you have something you buy and it gets sniped, you can snipe it right back here. No affiliation, guys. Free promo right here. But yeah, I think you gotta be looking at something like this. I've not vetted it. I've heard other people talk about it. I trust this is safe. You gotta vet it yourself. But I think we're at the point where this kind of thing is essential. You gotta be using these kind of things. And I see guys arguing both for and against sniping too. Some are like, it's the game, man. This is PvP. And always has been. Always has been, but... Yeah, okay, I'm going through these. Yeah, in general, it sucks. Like, I just can't imagine having something I want to buy sniped. I'm sure at that point I'll be like, no, it's got to go. But at the same time, damn, yeah, that's right. Sucks. Well, you lucked out. All right. It probably is. I mean, to some degree. I think people just... It's an opportunity. Look at it like that. While it's going on, look at it as an opportunity to learn the system. Learn the thing other people aren't willing to learn, which is learn how to snipe. And I wonder if there's other tools that maybe like hide your transaction. I don't know, truthfully. Yeah, but yeah, basically pump gas, right? If you want to buy something, up your feet. Don't let somebody snipe it from you. Yeah, man, it is a bummer. Yeah, it's front running, exactly. Yep, yeah, it happens on ETH too. There are workarounds for it. There's like services and bots you can use that kind of disguise the transaction. I gotta hope or believe that exists in some form over on Bitcoin. I hope so. I don't know though. But if we don't know, and if we know it doesn't exist either way, you just gotta learn how to snipe. You gotta do it. Oh my God, there's so little time left. And I gotta get to more. Let me see how quick I can do this. I'm gonna try to get it all in. Blast, gold, fantasy top, royalties, ape DAO, entangled, Nick. Let's see if we can rapid fire this. All right, here we go. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Guys, the Blast Jackpot. This is so damn cool. Dude, that Blast ecosystem, don't fade it like I... You know what? No, I'm not going to say like I did. I didn't fade it. I just didn't get in there. Man, talking to myself. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to me here. Get your ass in here. Look, like I'm motivating myself. Get your ass into Blast. Ooh. Ooh. That did not... Gonna go back and delete that out. Anyway, it's a cool system. Let's just put it that way. Okay? You basically put up, I think, like 6 or 8 assets here. Okay? You load up these assets. There's this jackpot. This like wheel that spins every single block, once on every block. If they pick the collection or token, right, that you've put up in your slots, those 8 or 6 slots or whatever, you win. You and everybody else who's holding that asset. Again, once a block. And some blocks nobody's going to win, right? It can cycle around and say nope. So yeah, you build your deck. Again, I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8 different things. So 8 of your assets, it can be a token like Pac Moon. It can be a fantasy top card. It can be a Blastopian, whatever. Okay, when you load it up there, when that wheel spins, if it lands on your asset, you along with every other holder is going to share in that reward. And there's a lot of gold in here. Super cool. Super, super cool. Okay, as far as gold prices, NFT Stats doing an incredible job here. Get out of tab hell real quick. NFT Stats doing an incredible job of giving an estimate of the price of Blast Gold. A lot of factors here. Maybe tomorrow I'll bring like his formula here because he shared it. Okay. So his price target was about $12, almost $13 for gold. And he updates this maybe almost every day. However, this morning, a big change because gold's now getting diluted. So the jackpot here, which is pretty darn new, right? This only launched, I think, Friday or Saturday. That is adding 100,000 new gold per day. Oh, excuse me. I even misread this. It was adding 100,000 gold per day. That was at the start. Now it's doing 300 gold per day. So supply of gold getting bigger and bigger, devaluing the gold out there. He's going to have to slash his price here. To what? I'm not sure. Maybe it's sub 10. Doesn't matter. Still, in a way, free money. I mean, you are farming, so you're putting in work. But good to be aware. It's good stuff to know. Okay. Short on time. Damn it, guys. Let's do a quick fantasy top, which is, again, all over the timeline. Rightfully so. I love this, man. And again, you probably saw this on the show this morning. If you watched it. Hope you watched it. All over the freaking timeline. I like Zenika's take here because I think Fantasy Top has got legs. I do think it's a very legit app. I think it's going to get bigger, better. And man, I do want in. But something for everybody here. And to me, it's perfect. To me, it's almost a perfect platform already. Creators, right? You're getting paid for your tweets, basically. Followers, you guys, you and me, we are betting by playing the game, and we earn. If you perform well, you earn. You're also getting gold rewards just for holding cards. And then you don't even have to play. You can just buy and flip cards. It's, man, again, something for everybody. I really feel like this is an ecosystem where everybody wins. There's a way to do it that fits your style. Best part, though, and it's so important, but he says the game's fun. And that matters so much. Nobody would say fantasy sports isn't fun. Well, maybe not nobody, but you guys know fantasy sports is pretty damn fun. So fantasy influencers, how would that not be fun? Unless you really hate the influencers, if you're really turned off by them, which I get. Man, I get it, but something to this. Something big to this. Okay, I need your help because I don't get this. I'm trying to. I feel like Jimmy's got a point here that might make some sense, but it's not clicking. Oh, no, let me rephrase it. I usually do not agree with Jimmy. I don't like his takes. I like Jimmy a lot, and major respect to this guy for man, one of the most essential and key guys of this space that has helped it grow into what it is. The founder of Avastars, the founder of NFT 42. I love this man. But I don't usually agree with his takes. Like almost never, which is weird. It's super weird. Normally, it's weird. I'm an agreeable kind of person. Okay, so him here saying that the flywheel here of Fantasy Top is royalties. So he's equating you tweeting, you're making money as royalties for your work. I kind of see it. I want to make that connection because if I can make that connection in my brain, you can win me over to the idea that we need royalties, which I'm basically already there, but I also have another foot in the side where it's fuck royalties. We don't need it. I literally can go and argue both sides. But if I can make this make sense, I'm all on board. What I do get is incentivizing creators is nothing but a win. I believe that. I do. It's just, to me, shouldn't be a requirement. I don't know, man. Again, I flip-flop on this, but I'm trying to understand how he's equating this to royalties other than I think it's what I said. Creators being rewarded for creating. That simple. I'm not sure that's a good analogy. Hey, $6 or so. There you go. I need to get some pack. Dude, somebody bought 1% of the supply of that token. Wild. Huge. Yeah, dude, Eagle, we have got to get a Discord going or something because you have to work together. You have to. It is too hard to get on top of everything. It's impossible. So I think, man, I really think if we start doing this together, like I do this with friends already, I think we just got to grow the family out. I've got a little group called the Non-Fungible Idiots. That is my family I came up with here in NFTs. But I think we got to start figuring a way to grow this out because absolutely you can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. I'm behind on everything as far as trading goes. Together, though, I think we can kill it. I know we can. Yeah, it's true. They're earning more. I just feel like you actually are like, like where there's a shark and he's got all the minnows swimming with him because they also get to eat too. I kind of feel like Fantasy Top is that. They're going to eat really well. And we get some scraps as long as those scraps are big enough. And that's the thing. I think they are going to be. I think those scraps here on Fantasy Top are actually going to be pretty tasty. So I definitely look at it like that. Ha, nice. Assassin, that's cool to hear. Hey, that's the point of this all, honestly, so that's cool to hear. And yes, dude, agreed, we got to be first on the next blast. What do we sense that's coming that's like this? Yeah, always something next. I like, that is something I hang my hat on. I'm usually very, very good at finding the next thing and very early. Non-fungible genius. Oh, damn, dude, I love that. A couple. Okay, now I'm really going through the last points here. Got to get moving. Anyway, be a minnow. Be a minnow. I think you'll eat well. Okay, that ApeCoin DAO vote where they wanted 2.1 million freaking dollars to promote ApeChain at these blockchain events in Asia. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I actually thought it was going to pass, and it did not, thankfully. Man, the community was not happy about this thing. They're happy about it not passing, not happy about that kind of thing being proposed. It's a bad look. It's a really bad look, in my opinion. It just is. It looks a little greedy. It looks a little, inefficient. Doesn't look good. Okay, guys. NFT Nick. Well, it used to be his name. Now just straight up choose rich. It's pretty cool. So I definitely checked the price of, what is it, the Nick coin? Is it called Choose Rich or is it called Nick? Because maybe I looked up the wrong coin, but looked at the coin that I thought was his. Did basically nothing for the price. Hope I got the right coin. Let's peek at it real quick. Yeah, is it Rich or is it Nick? Oh, actually, hey. Am I looking at the right coin here? Because, oh, yeah, zooming out helps. Here we go. I mean, it's moving. Okay, it definitely didn't do nothing. And I'll tell you what, I believe in this coin. I do think that's a meme that's going to work. Everything, when I say something's going to work and when I give price predictions, they are always in that peak euphoric market, right? Peak euphoria. I'm talking summer 2021. I'm talking, April, May 2022. I'm like absolute peak euphoria. All-time highs. This thing at all-time high, I think in that peak market again, this will cook. He's, like him or not, I like his shtick, but like him or not, it works. It resonates. It's got that little mainstream appeal. There's something to it. So there's something there. There's something there, guys. And our last point, I'm going to end on art. Believe it or not, I don't like that I don't talk about art much here, but that's my absolute favorite part of the space. I love art. I love collecting art. I just love it so much. And again, I just don't get a chance to talk about it much. Maybe because it hasn't been in an in cycle, right? It has not been the meta while we've been doing this show. But, like I said before, I think it's coming. I do. I think it's coming. And this piece is something I have been watching out for this for a minute. Okay? This is called Entangled. It's coming from Bjorn Stahl. Take a look at this. Look at how cool this is. Two browsers side by side that interact with each other, right? It's really, really cool. And the cool part to me is people love it. People are eating it up. When he tweeted this out, I want to say it was November. Wonder if I got that right. Yeah, November. Man, brain's working beautifully. 10 million views. This thing went super viral. Right? So damn cool. Okay, so that went viral. The piece is finally coming out, which is just fantastic. So be on the lookout for this. Let me just grab you his latest tweet for it. Well, you know what? We can go right on his profile because he's got a little updated preview of the art. Look at this, guys. This is going to be on FX Hash. This is going to be an absolute freaking cooker, guys. It is. It is. Don't know if it's on Tezos, if it's on ETH, if it's on Base, because FX Hash now does all those chains. But this one is absolutely going to cook. It cannot not cook after getting that much traction over on YouTube. We'll see if it onboards normies even. Like, very, very possible. I really think it's possible. I think it might. So yeah, be on the lookout for this. It's yet another one that we're looking at as an indicator of market coming back. If he drops this, instant sellout, hot on secondary markets, yeah, look out, guys. We could cook. And yeah, just again, we're getting closer and closer to that. It's a feeling. I'm feeling it. Wonder if you guys are too, but I think we're getting there, guys. I'm excited. All right, guys, I think we cut it there. Went a little long. Hope you guys don't mind when I do that, by the way. But if you can't freaking tell, I love talking about this stuff. I do. So, and I love hanging with you guys. Like, it's a blast to get to interact with you guys while we're chatting. Yeah, Lemon, again, it's super clever. It's beautiful looking, too. I think interactive generative art is maybe, like, my favorite genre. Like, I talk about it like music, but love it. Yeah. I'm with you. You got to appreciate how special of a moment this is for NFTs. Not for NFTs. I'm sorry, not for NFTs. For art, specifically generative art. Just like the Goose showed us, this is a historic thing. It truly is a historic thing that's happening here. We're fortunate that it's happening in the NFT space, and it's happening here in the NFT space because it's the main utility. This solved a problem for digital artists. It did. This lets guys earn a living creating art like people. Who was doing it at other places, right? Like making art for, like, you know, for advertisement agencies and stuff. And, you know, but average, I don't want to say the word average artist because that's not how I mean it, but digital artists now have a way to make a living because of this stuff. And I hope we all appreciate just how significant it is that we get to be involved in that space because it happens to be happening here in NFTs. It's beautiful. Anyways, guys. Hope you all have a fantastic freaking day. Tell you what, I'm going to tweet out the link to the newsletter. I don't think I can find it in time to drop here in the chat, but I will tweet that out. It's going to be a few hours before that drops anyway, so plenty of time to sign up. But sign up to the newsletter. And then, guys, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 10 a.m. Get into the news, all the latest happenings. As always, guys, great to see you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Tree